Hello, and this is Elena Cruz with NBC. This is our report on the Holocaust. I am going to talk to you about Auschwitz, and then I will pass it on to Cole. Auschwitz was founded in the 1940s as a quarantine camp, but never lived to be that. When it finally opened, it was turned into a concentration camp that housed 1.3 million deportees. At least 1.1 million innocent lives were lost there. Of the 400,000 people registered there regularly, 20,000 lives ended. The reason those people were sent there was because Hitler just didn't like them, or because they were Jewish, and the Jews were blamed for everything associated with World War I in Germany, including the surrender of Germany and Germany's loss in World War I. The highest ranked leaders that led Auschwitz was Richard Glucks and Rudolf Höss. The series of events that occurred before and after you entered Auschwitz was long and grim. The first thing that took place was that the German Nazis went to Jewish living and working sectors and told each family that they could only take one suitcase of personal belongings. If you could prove that you were not Jewish using a family tree, you did not have to get onto the train, and you could stay where you were. If you got on the train, it was a cargo train, and it was filled to capacity with no restroom and no sleeping areas. You were on there for 3 days with only a bucket of water, with about 110 people, roughly. When you made it to Auschwitz, you were separated into those who were fit for work and those who weren't. If you weren't, you were sent to the shower room, which was a gas chamber in disguise. If you were fit for work, you were sent to work. Most who got sent to work died from working and living conditions. They were overworked, most of them got diseases, and they were malnutritioned. The workers were fed 3 times a day, but were fed very little. Their breakfast consisted of coffee or tea, and the coffee was boiled water with a coffee substitute, or the tea was a herbal brew. Lunch was about a liter of soup made of potatoes, rutabaga, a small amounts of groats, rye flour, and avo food extracts. Their dinner was 300 grams of black bread served with 25 grams of either sausage or margarine, or a tablespoon of marmalade or cheese, which was supposed to last you until the next morning. Which brings us to our interviews with an Auschwitz survivor, and the only Auschwitz guard we could get an interview with.